Hello and welcome to Method Mondays, the new series where I'm going to show you warm-ups and exercises that you can put into practice quickly and easily. All about making sure that your fingers can play rapidly and accurately, even if you don't have the time to put in the full amount of practice that you might like to every single day. So without further ado, let's get into week 1, episode 1. So my first exercise comes from the book Hanon. Now it's a fantastic book, but it's a little bit chock full with notes, and it takes a little bit of understanding to get your head around it. I've put a link in the description if you want to buy it yourself. It's an affiliate link, so I'll get a commission. But I'm going to walk you through exercise 1 today because my teachers taught me it, and I think you should learn it too. So exercise 1 is nice and easy. There's no sharps, no flats. It's all in the C major scale, and it's just an all-round great warm-up. Sounds like this. Doesn't sound particularly exciting, I know, but it's all about moving those fingers, and of course when you get particularly confident you can start whizzing through them in no time. So how does it work and how should you put it into practice? Well, here's what I would do. If given 3 minutes, I would practice the right hand for 1 minute, the left hand for 1 minute, and then in that final minute put both hands together. So here's how the pattern goes. Imagine we're going to use up all of our fingers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and come back down the piano again, starting on C. Now, instead of going C, D, E, let's skip and move our 4 fingers up by 1 note. So we're going to skip the D. That gets us going up, and when we come back down, we're going to land on the note that we skipped, which gets us into the next position to reset our hand, move the top 4 fingers up and continue the pattern. So to reiterate, it's just using all your fingers, skipping the first note and landing on it. The same thing applies for the left hand, but you're starting with your little finger and you're separating your 5th and your 4th finger to make that jump with the first gap. So you'll want to do this for either 1 or 2 octaves. That's just going up the piano. But you can also do it coming back down. So let's say we got up by 1 octave, so our thumb ended up on a C an octave above. Now to come back down again, all we have to do is start from G with our little finger, like we did for our left hand, and skip the first note so that we get onto our 4th on E. And when we come back up again, we land on the note we skipped, which resets the pattern, and we're back in to that loop. And the same thing applies for the left hand. If we got up to here, say, it'd be thumb on G, skip the first note, and then come back down and go back up, just like that. Start slow. Start with a nice, easy metronome pace that literally allows you to get every single note accurate without having to think about it too much. And in an ideal world, what I'd love you to do is to do it without looking at your fingers. The more you look at your fingers, the more brain power your brain has to sort of put into playing this exercise. If you don't look at your fingers, then your brain can think, right, move finger, move finger, move finger, move finger, instead of move finger, look at finger, move finger, look at finger. It takes up too much to do that. And I find I can play so much faster, even with these patterns which are right next to each other. It's not about jumping, but I can play faster when I don't look at my fingers. So here's how the warm-up goes. Play the right hand for 1 minute. I'm not going to do it now, but start at a pace that feels comfortable. Maybe do 1 octave at that pace. When you're happy with that, and come back down again, up the pace by 5 BPM or 10 BPM. And do it so that every single finger maintains accuracy and volume. Do the same with the left hand, again for that minute. Try and increase the BPM every single time if you can, because the more you can do it accurately and the more you can do it rapidly, the better you're going to get when it comes to putting it into practice with other pieces where there might be some runs. Just going up and down the piano, you'll suddenly realize that your fingers can move a lot faster than they used to. So right hand, slowly speed it up, left hand, slowly speed it up, and then put both hands together. You might have to drop it back quite a bit in regards to BPM when playing both hands together. It takes a little bit of thinking to get your head going right hand, left hand, right hand, left hand, but it's so worth it when it does. Again, keep it steady. Little finger and 4 finger tend to be weak, So make sure they maintain the same volume as everything else. And keep it steady until you do 1 octave. Then come back down again. So on and so forth, and then speed it up. So that's the exercise. Arguably, you've got no excuse for not being able to find 3 minutes in every day to improve your piano playing. Whether or not you have the time to play a piece, it doesn't matter. Just 3 minutes of warm-up, you'll find that over days of progress, so long as they're continuous days, you'll find that that BPM of the exercise will increase and increase and increase, and your fingers will become absolutely rapid. And remember, above all else, don't look at your fingers. It will help you so much for that speed. So this has been week 1 of Monday's methods. Have a go with it every single day this week. See if you can fit it in, see how fast your fingers can get. And then next week, we're gonna find a new exercise, a new book, some new practice, and it's gonna be some rapid progress. I can't wait. I'll see you next time.